GM fam, we are live with your host Phil X Contreras, where we talk about upcoming Solana NFT mints, the drama, the live, and the vibes that's going on in Solana. So let's get on with it. All right, so the first thing that I really want to talk about is something called Elixir NFT, which is a big mint upcoming, ones that I'm excited for. We've been trying to track those nectars for a while. They did shoot up, but now we're going to get into their actual 10K collection. So here we got basically Elixir and what it's basically about. So the supply is at 10,000 and the Twitter following is at 40K with a whopping 50 mutual following. So this is a really big mint right here. Basically what they're going to do is they're going to basically build this platform like a marketplace and an AMM. So I here have a thread with Immutable Edge that everyone loved because it basically just describes everything that's going on with Elixir. So the first thing that he basically talks about is the checklist, which is the team, the live product, the product market fit, the optionality, and the competitive advantage, which we'll get into through this thread. So the first thing is the overview. So low liquidity, low capital efficiency, and basically this starts by building an AMM to find market prices and then enabling the financialization of assets. So here you got the launchpad, you have the permissionless pools, you have the staking, you have the aggregator, and you have these basically AMM combination here that goes to fractionalizations, ETFs, lending, derivatives, and long and shorts. So basically with Elixir, there's going to be a point where you can actually buy like an OK bear for 1 SOL or 5 SOL, and you actually don't have to own the bear. And then that's how you can play the bear by trading it. When you see, like, let's say, like if the OK bears right now is at 30 SOL, you can basically buy it if you think there's going to be some upcoming news, if you think you can trade it at that point. And when OK Bears does release some news and it does go up to 40 SOL, you can sell it. So that's one of the cool things, that they're actually fractionalizing the NFT, because a lot of these blue chips NFTs are worth more than 100 SOL. So that is crazy. That's innovative. And one thing that they did note is that when you have an NFT that's that you own that's more than 50%, you can actually go to their DAO, their Discord. So a lot of cool things there. Now the team, the project was started by some people at Bridge Split, and they raised $4.5 million in December 2021 from outstanding backers. So right now they have 13 collaborators that work together on offices in New York City with Web 2 and Web 3 experiences. So that's another bullish sign right there. Now the problem right now we have is high slippage, you have capital inefficiencies, and you have poor price discovery. So as you can see here, they compare it with the mortgage markets, they compare it with traditional art markets, and then you have NFTs. So leverage on the market, NFTs is at 1%, mortgage markets at 50%. Interest rates is at 7%, and interest rates at NFTs is 30 to 240%. So, I mean, you can really see this across. I mean, not giving any slack on Sharkify or any of those, because they're great platforms. But yes, this is true. The interest rates are so high in NFTs, and that's why I'm not really involved in it, because I don't really see any value with the risk. There's too much risk in it. So this is one thing that they're going to try to solve. Now, the problem with traditional NFTs right now is basically lending is over collateralized and with huge interest payments or lack of scalability on peer-to-peer. Also, floor price cannot be used as marketplaces. So right here, the problem is you have liquidation, you have settlement, you have the buyers that are the problem right now. So they are going to provide liquidity as well. So it's almost basically like Hades Swap, so which is another platform that they actually could disrupt. So right here you have the solution. Solving NFT liquidity is a prerequisite to solving NFTs pricing as platforms. Must be able to rely on markets for pricing. In this circumstance, Elixir launched community-owned NFT trading platform, a floor automated market maker at aggregating buy and sell side pools. So right here you have Elixir, and you have the buyer, the settle, you have the settlement and the liquidation, and you have basically this whole model here that works perfectly well as far as an AMM powering marketplace borrowing and also shorting probably. So you have the AMM model. Unless you've been living under a Web3 rock, you know that an automated market maker aggregates buy and sell sides and lets user trade against a pool of NFTs sold with instant settlement if you want to sell. All right, so on to the next thing right here. Liquidity is king. So they're going to be providing liquidity in many different ways right here, which is insane. You have volume, yield, you have the marketplace, applications, yada, yada. So overall, this is a really cool platform that could definitely change Solana NFTs for a while. I mean, I don't see any project that is actually comparable to this. And if you look at Elixir's website, it is also UI friendly, which is also another great thing. So right here you have, okay, bears, you can buy it right here, you can sell it. You have the portfolio section up here as well, easy to use. And you have borrow and earning, which is not in yet. Right now it's specialized just for the Nectar holders, but eventually I could see it opening up. I mean, they did talk a little bit about that. You have the collections here, all UI friendly, unlike HadesSwap, but we all know HadesSwap right now is in beta mode. So Elixir is definitely one that I would like to get into. And the 10,000 collection is going to be something that's going to be added on my watch list, which we'll get into very shortly. All right, so let's get on to the next project. Okay, so this next project is called Syberais. And Syberais is an interesting project because it is a little bit different from other projects that we discussed. So mint price is at 3 Solana, which I know a lot of people won't like, but let's get on to it a little bit more. Supply is at 8,000. Mint day is TBD, and Twitter following is at 13.7K right now. Discord following is at 9K, and mutual following is at 24. Now, again, it's not like Elixir where mutual following was like 140, 130, which is going to be another huge mint. Could possibly be a bigger mint than Claynosaurus. I'm not going to lie, it could possibly be bigger than Claynosaurus. But as far as Syberais, you have a couple people following. You have Curry, you got Soul Playboy, you got Ricky, you got Function, you got Jay Pegler, you got Buddy, you got Head Sauce following this. You have our boy Zircon following this. You have Crypto Wasta. You got a couple people following this project very closely. So let's find out why people are following this project. Okay, so it looks like one thing is it looks like it's somewhat botted, but overall, I mean, I do think it's kind of interesting. The art is kind of sick. If you just look at it right there, you could tell that they did work on it very specialized as far as like anime sword style. So it's pretty cool. It's a little bit different, vibrant, I would say, because you can kind of see the purplish, you can see the pink glow into it. And a cool thing about this is that they are facing right-sided. So if we can find one of their pictures right here, it's right there. It's a little bit different. I do think it looks really cool. And the other thing is that they really got that samurai feel to it. So the other thing about this too is the sub DAOs. I mean, I don't see it like it's not really a sub DAO friendly type of PFP, but I don't think that's what they're looking for. So overall, I think this has some interesting traits. They definitely looked for that samurai look around it, but I do like the art. So as far as the utility, they stated that basically they're going to build something to where participants can interact in the ecosystem, which will eventually probably change with the meta. So they're not really looking into building up a roadmap for the project since a meta always changes every week. So they're saying they're just going to go with the flow with what the next meta is. And they're going to help interact with the Solana ecosystem through there. So I know that's definitely not like what a lot of people like to see, but for some reason, people are following this project because they know the people here. As far as for me, I do think it's risky to get into this as far as minting it. So I'm going to keep a close eye on it on the secondary and see how they develop with whatever their product is. The art is cool again. So that's one thing that I do like. So on to the next project. Okay, so this next project is called Ocean Explorers, which is a free to mint collection, which is a good sign. The mint date is supposedly November 14. The supply is 11,111. So That is also interesting that they're going above 10K, so we'll see how that plays out. The following is at 2.9. There are about 14 mutual followings here, which is a pretty good ratio of following compared to the actual Twitter followers. So I do think that this project is doing well as far as making this a free mint for people because we are in the bear market. And the one thing that I would say is that the art concept here is pretty cool. I mean, they do match it to their style of what their brand is, which is Ocean Explorers. What they're doing is they're building a on-chain strategy game, which works around a topographical map. And no one knows what this land is that they're building, but there will be basically 10 factions around this game, and it will have distinct characters around it. But also, they are planning on, I would say that they're gonna put this on Hades Swap as well. They're gonna put like 1,101. That's so hard to say. 1,111 NFTs in Hades Swap. So this one is also interesting, and it's another project that I will also be looking in the secondary. I won't be minting it. I'm just looking at the secondary and see how this plays out. All right, so this next project is called UTLTY, and this one seems to be one that has more mutual following than the last projects. You can see right now it's at 31 mutual following. The Twitter following is at 12.6K. Their art is okay. It's not the best, but it's not bad either. So I do give them credit for making the art, not bad. It's right here. So you can see, like, it's not. It's I would say it's a general PFP look. It's not. There's no uniqueness around it, but I do enjoy it. It's just another regular Solana NFT. It doesn't give me that wow effect, but the art is cool. I do like the different traits around it, so I do give them credit around it. So overall, the utility here is that they're trying to solve logistics, which is actually what I kind of specialize in. So what they're doing is they're basically building a third-party partnership type of play here with projects. So they're gonna build the logistics around projects. If projects want to deliver, if they want to deliver merchandise to their holders, this company here, the project here, is gonna do the work for the project. They're gonna be like, hey, the gods, we got this for you. We're gonna go send this stuff to your holders. We're gonna get all the addresses. We're gonna do everything for you around the world. Shipment, freight forwarders. We're gonna do all this admin logistics stuff, and you don't have to worry about it. Just pay us the fee that we're asking for. Here's the quote. Boom, 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 done, done, done. All right, let me take that wristband and let me give it to that holder over there. Because right now that's the problem. There's no middle company to help NFT projects send their stuff. You could that issue happened with OK Bears. A lot of people never got their wristbands. I never got my wristband. I got pretty pissed off over that. Yes, wristbands are a joke, but anyways, that is what they're solving. They're trying to be that middle company, that middle project for NFT projects. So there's really not anything like that right now. So they could have a competitive advantage right now doing this. All right, so overall, a lot of great things here as far as Solana NFTs. There's a lot of good upcoming mints. You have Cleanosaurus also coming out, which we talked about a little bit about 2 weeks ago. We're going to get some more updates on this. They did come out with a cool video about what they're doing with Metaplex. They're actually going to enforce creative royalties, which is a really good sign overall. But with that, let's talk about some news on what just occurred with Solana. So if you haven't heard already, Solana basically just introduced something which has been just very bullish. Google has announced that they will become a cloud provider for Solana dApps. What does that mean? All right, so first, they're going to be a cloud provider for Solana dApps. They're going to be a node. They're going to have a node as a service, which means a lot of money being saved for these people. It means that they are finding ways to fight the competition. Currently, the best cloud provider is AWS, and AWS is basically Amazon, and that's who their competitor is. So right now you have Google, who is trying to find a step forward into Web3, and they have to fight Amazon over this. They have to beat Amazon. And they chose Solana. This means a lot. You have a big company worth $1 trillion who picked Solana as a partner. So overall, you saw the basically the market of Solana go up to almost $40 because of this news. And then obviously it came back down. Some people say it's Sam Friedman and the whole Binance situation that's going on. But for me personally, I saw it coming back down because you have the Federal Reserve still hiking rates, and it's going to affect every market overall. So overall, great news for Solana, great news for Google, and that is basically the big news for today. Now let's talk about my favorite thing. It's the secondary buys on what I'm looking at right now, and let's take a look at that real quick. All right, so we have the market here, and oh man, I love Tensor. So Tensor right here, as we described before, this is what I'm looking at. This is let me switch the screen right now. So right here we have Tensor. Boom, bada bing, bada boom. Can you see it? Yes, you can see it. All right, cool. So we have the projects that I'm looking at. We have the green and the red. And the green is not what I'm looking at. I know that's what a lot of people look at. They see Lunar, they see it 19% up. They're like, oh man, bullish. And then they go start buying the FOMO, and then the project falls back down again. That's what usually happens. The FOMO comes in when people buy at the green, and then it comes back down. So I don't tend to look at this. I tend to see green as red and red as green. So I love the red. Red is my favorite, and red is where I'm looking at. All right, so let's talk about what the green is, what's going on with the green first, because the green could turn red. So you got Lunar project, which we discussed before when it was about 3.50, and it has gone up finally because of the news of Lunar token. And Lunar token is their most bullish news. It made this thing shot up to almost 5.26 Solana from 3.50, which was a huge move. And after that, if the hype is finally coming back down, but this project is definitely something that's interesting. That's why I put it on my favorites, on my watch list, because Lunar is part of the OpenDAO. OpenDAO is working closely with HG Soul on a couple of things that they're doing with Solana. I mean, who knows? It could be with ABC. It could be with HadesSwap. So, what's up, Nike Joe? How you doing, man? Boom. So overall, definitely something I'm looking at still. I definitely want to get into this project one day, but I'm just keeping a close eye on it. Remember, for me, I like the price to come to me. That's the main thing. So if it, the price here, I will get back in if it's like maybe 3.61. I don't care if it's up here. I mean, I'm not going to chase the price. I'm going to wait for the price to come down. I'm going to look at the news. If it's still a great project, I'm going to get in it. So for this, one day I'll get in it. It could be tomorrow. It could be a month. It could be 2 months. Who knows? But that's it for that. All right, Nectars, we just talked about Elixir. Huge bullish news. They're releasing their 10K collection. You have OVO token that is going to be part of this ecosystem, but now they're finally coming back down. When they do go back to 40 somewhere there, I also want to get in it. I do think that this project is going to do very well, but I do fear that this could definitely go back down to 20 or less, because once this 10K collection comes out, these people are most likely going to dump this collection, and it's going to go down to it, because this is the only reason why they're holding. They're holding because of that 10K collection whenever that comes out. All right, so Songen, we can skip that. Kikiverse, just a little bit of a preview here on what's going on here. So I do have 11 Kikiverses right now. I did have 61. And the reason why I am not buying is because, one, I already have enough Kikiverses that I've been buying from 1 Sol and less. And I do not need to add more. I do want to add more because I do think that this project could definitely go back up to 1 Sol. That's a huge increase if you buy, a couple of Kikis. But the main thing is that the news is going to be a while to come out about their watch to earn model. And while there's a wait phase, and and that pilot program is yet to be released. It's gonna be a while, and when it's a while, this could still go down to like 0.30, and which is gonna be very tough to swallow, unless someone can hold for a month before some news release with Kikiverse. Now, I bought this before like a one SOL, and this thing did go down to 0.12 at one point when I was holding one SOL, and I had 61 of them. So I had a huge down until this shot up to 5 SOL, where I sold most of it. So that's basically my take on Kikiverse. Still a great project. So this project we discussed about before when it was at 16.69. I did say that some news was going to come out, and then boom, it did. It went back up to 28 Solana. So this is something I am not buying. I'm just waiting for the hype to come down. Will it come down? Probably not. I mean, their next brand collab with a Web2 brand, it's probably not going to come out maybe in another 2 weeks or so. So I don't know if this is going to come back down to 16 Solana. It might stay up here, might accumulate, and then it might just maybe go up just a little bit more. So it might be a while for this project. But yeah, definitely interesting project. I talked about the tokens last week as well, style, when before it was gaining hype, and this was around 4th November when we talked about style token, a couple other tokens, and it shot up to 0.19 Solana. So I saw it coming because I've been tracking this project for a while. We've been talking about this project, and it was just like bound to happen to where just everything was just coming together. So am I gonna get in it? I'm probably not. It's gonna be a while, but yeah. So on to the next one. Liberty Square, another great project, 9.79 Solana. This is definitely one that I'm also just tracking. I'm not getting into it until I see some like really good movement, some really good news. So, but definitely something I'm tracking. Sources is a great brand that I enjoy, and I just never got in it. I'm actually thinking about just buying one right now, actually, because when it went up to 3 Solana, I was kind of just biting my nails. The only thing that I'm worried about is that it's at 7%. It's already at the green right now, but it's dying. Out of the 7-day percentage is dying right now, but it could still have a little while to go. Like if it really goes to 1.50, I could buy. I did put 3 Solana in my burner wallet right now because I do want to buy something really quick. But the next thing is experiments. This is actually one that I'm actually zombies. Let's go with zombies. So the zombie mechanism right now, they're still working on it. I watched their whole space show that they had on Twitter, and they basically discussed how this whole game's gonna work out. It's still kind of confusing. One day I'll break it down to you. Even I was a little bit confused, but potentially one thing that I did find out is that zombies can eat zombies, so that could be a very deflationary type of a good mechanism when this game does start. So I'm quite interested in this whole thing. I got 2 zombies right now. I got 14 brains, and I'm not gonna buy more. I just want to play with what I got right now, and see if this does turn out well. Supposedly, if you're feeding brains to zombies, you could potentially win a good NFT prize. There's a couple of things that they mentioned, like someone could win the god. I mean, that's crazy stuff. I don't know how this is gonna work out, but one day we'll break it down. It's an interesting project that I definitely want to play. So the next one we'll discuss is let's go down to oh man, OK Bears are doing so horrible. Their whole game plan this last 2 months I did not like, and they basically gave new NFTs to just like 200 holders, and it just kept going down. It wasn't really supporting the whole community. It was just a couple of people who were just active on Discord. I didn't like it, but overall, the next one, Magic Ticket, they basically it's a good product. It's a good project. It's finally coming down. When I basically said that it was gonna keep going down, and when it does hit around here, I might buy a couple. Just like last time when it went back here, I sold it, and I'm just waiting for it to come back down, because this is for me a less of a risk of putting my soul in and getting a return from it, because it's it's Magic Eden. Magic Eden owns like 90% of the volume in Solana. They basically control the whole NFT ecosystem. So that's why I always like to play safe trades here. All right, so the next one, it's Centuries now. Let's skip that one. Bonfita Wolves. I mean, it's another great product, but let's skip it. It's not really one I'm interested in right now. Blocksmith Lab. This one, I'm finally happy. It's finally coming back down. This project is one that I love. It's I sold it around here last time, and it's finally coming back down. When it does go down to 74, maybe I might get in, maybe not. But I do want to see that hit around here, and I'm gonna definitely try my best to buy one, because Blocksmith Labs always delivers with a new project, a new product. They came out with Mercury, which was a basically a whitelist, I would say like organizer on Discord. Helped a lot of projects. It helped a lot of chains as well, like Aptos. Any good buys at 4 Sol? So yeah, I mean, there's a couple that I've been talking about that I'm looking into. But yeah, so like Blocksmith Labs, always doing great, always finding new products. So one that UTLTY is another one that is quite interesting as well. You know, it dipped, it fell down. I finally got my UTLTY. I finally got the red helmet. I'm part of the red helmet DAO right now. UTLTY's project, I do think they're gonna do quite well. But I don't know what Frank is gonna do. He did hint a little bit of like how UTLTY and the Gods is gonna be networked with Dust, which was some good news. Dust right now is at an all-time low, and it's actually something that I am interested in. Probably one day getting back into. I took a lot of my money out of there ever since that whole fiasco happened with Frank the Gods and Dust Labs, and how he couldn't basically execute on UTLTY. But yeah, definitely interested to watch this one. ABC's 21 Solana. So I might get my 9th ABC if this does go below 20, maybe around 18 Solana. I might get my 9th one in here, but I am over allocated. I think I am over allocated. I did one day want to get 30 ABCs, but you have other projects here that I could also get into. I don't want to put too much into ABCs. So, but again, I might just get one more because I'm waiting on that token. The only thing is, like, with that token, when that Hades token does come out, this is gonna dump. It's gonna dump just like usual. Once you get your tokens, you're gonna dump your NFT and yada yada yada. So that's the only thing that I'm worried about ABCs. All right, so let's go down to experiment. So this project, I'm interested in this with a trade, actually, because when I bought this around, I think it was like 0.63, 0.64. It shot back up to 1 Sol, and let me try to zoom in here. It shot. I probably should have sold some, but I didn't. I was waiting for it to hit 2 Sol, but again, like, it hit 1 Sol, and it's finally coming back down to 0.53. If you don't know this project is done from this my man Jersey. He has a huge social media following on YouTube, on Twitter, and when the news does come out about their whole staking program and their little what do you call it, like vials that they have, I do think that this could have potential to shoot back up to 1 Sol. And I probably am going to buy one right now because, I mean, 0.54, 0.53. Yeah, I mean, this is definitely one that I definitely am. Yeah, I do want to screw it. So yeah, this project is definitely one that I definitely like to see how it plays out as far as the let me put in vials here, experiment vials, just to show you what just came out. So experiment vials, if I could find it right here, vials. I can only, dang it, screw it, whatever. But yeah, experiment, here it is. So they just airdropped these to the experiment heart holders, and these are going for 0.79 Solana. So like I was saying about Hades swap, like once something's airdropped, things start falling down. This did fall down, and overall, I mean, I think it's a good rate. I mean, even the RSI here is right here at the 27. The only thing is that it's at 5%. So I mean, it could keep going down, but it's a 5,000 collection. So I'm gonna risk it. I mean, screw it. I think I could hit a one sol or even 0.80 from here. But yeah, this is one project that I do like to get into. I'm bullish as far as how much this thing could rise up. So I mean, not like how much it could rise up. What I mean is how I think that it could reach one sol, basically. So that's basically what I'm trying to say. Again, not financial advice, just my opinion on cartoon JPEGs on what I'm doing. Don't do what I'm doing, but yeah. So I'm gonna get one of these. I'm probably gonna put it back in the market for like 0.80, 0.90, and then play from there. All right, so here we go. I got my 5th experiment now, and another one I'm looking at. I mean, brains. This one I'm just buying just to feed my zombies. This is definitely not I guess one that you could probably trade. Maybe you could trade this. There's a lot of ways you could play zombies here, because the brains that you buy feed off to the zombies, and the zombies are trying to level up their score, their NFT score. We just don't know how that level actually goes in with the price. Do the zombies become more valuable? Do they not? I mean, there's so many factors in this whole game. The founder, he went to like some college about like economic theory or whatnot. So this guy's all over the place. He's building a massive gamification game around zombies, which is cool. But yeah, these are the projects that I'm basically definitely looking into. And yeah, I just bought an experiment. This is one that I definitely want to trade. And yeah, just a couple of projects here and there. I mean, sources, experiments are 2 projects that I really want to get into. Sources right here. It's a brand, which is a great brand that they're building. So I might get into this, but it is 7% right now. I prefer 14%, 15%. So we'll see how that plays out if it ever gets there. But yeah, anyways, oh, let me hide that. All right, there we go. So if you guys got any more questions, let me know. This is what I'm doing right now. Some interesting Solana projects right now. So if you got no more questions, I'll move forward. So, all right, any more? What's up, Neon? What's up, Jeremy? GM. All right, so that is everything for right now again. So I go live Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8:30 a.m. Eastern time, 9:30 Eastern time. Excuse me, I mean 9:30. Wait, what is it time? Is it 10:30? 8:30. Yeah, I go live Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8:30 a.m. Eastern time. So I'm in the Asia time right now. That's why I gotta adjust this time zone. But yeah, make sure you like, you subscribe, you comment below. It helps the YouTube channel, it helps the algorithm, so I can keep doing this and do this for you guys. Overall, much love, guys, and peace.